this conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
All right, Shanice. Oh, it's Brooklyn in the house. Shanice, go ahead and unmute yourself. Everybody want these 6-figure dudes. Shanice, go ahead. Hello? She muted herself back. You got to unmute. No problem. How old are you? 26. Who is good enough?
I just answer your questions.
Well, do you have any kids?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I work in tech. I make over 6 figures. And I guess my question for you that I have is, let's say if we're talking about high value man, I'm not sure what your definition is. It seems to revolve around 100,000. If I'm asking for somebody to be my equal, which is make the same amount as me or be in a similar industry, and have their, or at least be ambitious in some way. Let's say don't have to make 100 figures, but 100,000. But let's say they're making 40K. But
okay. So you're talking too fast. You're talking too fast. Slow down. I've defined what I mean. I've defined what I mean by a high value man many times.
Okay.
He has to make a certain amount of $10,000 a month for 3 to 5 years. Other high value men has to recognize him as a peer. He has to have a network of high value men and other people. What he does is LinkedIn level, meaning visibility. He can't just have a vague title like I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, something like I'm the head of VP of Mergers and Acquisition at Goldman Sachs, and then he's useful to
manager at Amazon.
Okay, so that's in general what a high value man means in basic terms. So you're in tech, and you're doing what many women do. You're putting your education and your income into your sexual marketplace value, and that's not how it works with men. Saying somebody who's your equal is what's in the mirror.
Okay.
When it comes to men, that's the harsh truth. That's where we start.
So I guess the asymmetry is that women look for value in terms of what they provide. Men look for value in terms of what women look like. Is that what you're saying?
Women look for resources. Men look for beauty.
Okay.
So what's good enough for you?
What's good enough for me is somebody who is ambitious, regardless of their income.
Again, I've done this before earlier. You could be an ambitious Yu-Gi-Oh player. You could be an ambitious esports gamer. Let's be honest. You want somebody who has resources. You don't want somebody making $30,000 a year.
I'm fine with somebody making $40,000 a year, for example.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's go. Let us do this then. Let us do it. How much are you earning annually?
120.
And what state do you live in?
I live in Canada. I live in Toronto.
Canada, and you're 26. I'm gonna put you ladies back, and I'm gonna bring you back up. Do you want children, Brandy?
Eventually. Yeah.
Eventually.
Not right now. Yeah.
And you'll be fine paying the lion's share of the bills.
Yeah. Maternity leave in Canada is cool. So
no. If you had a guy making $40,000 a year and you're making how much? 120. So that's 160 total. So that means 160, and he's making 40 divided by 160. So that means every time you went,
making a third of what I'm saying. Yeah, he's making a third of what I'm making.
Yeah. Actually, 25%. So
40 over 120 is a third.
I thought you said making 160 or a third. Okay. So bottom line is this: if you had a $3,000 mortgage or a $3,000 mortgage, you're paying $2,000. He's paying $1,000. You got a car note that's $500. You're paying 2/3 of that. He's paying 1/3. Everything that happens, you order a cheeseburger at McDonald's, you paying 2/3. He's paying 1/3, and you're doing this for a lifetime with no problems. You're gonna still be cooperative. You can still be cooperative, submissive, respectful.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm currently living. I'm already paying for 100% of my bills.
No. We're not skipping one to the other. We're gonna process what I said.
Yeah.
You're gonna still be yes, sir, no, sir. That cooperative, submissive. You're not gonna pull financial rank on him?
Well, I could be cooperative submissive without being yes, so, no, sir. Do I have to
See,
be?
there's that. See,
But
there
I'm
we go.
not going for somebody who's
So
six
no,
figures.
okay,
Like I'm
you
going,
don't overtalk me.
sorry,
You're already showing problems right now. Right now, you're already showing them.
Okay.
Glad you got a cat. You may want to hold that motherfucker for a long time.
I'm currently in a relationship.
You currently what?
I'm not single. I'm not single.
You're not married.
No, I'm not married.
I mean, if you want to cap, we can cap. I'm telling what I'm saying, a conversation I'm having with you, and you've overtalked me so many times. I'm sitting here trying to slow you down. At the end of the day, if you had it figured out, you wouldn't be here. So why are you here if you already know? And you're already in a relationship. Why are you here? Why don't you just move on? Let me go ahead and move on since you already know.
Well, because
Go ahead.
you're asking an open question. I just wanted to answer it. Yeah.
But you already know.
But it's good enough for a modern woman. I wanted to give my 2 cents.
Your 2 cents are 26 years old.
I wanted to see what your perspective was.
Wow, you already got a man.
Ask you what your
What's your man
perspective is
thing?
and what my thought is.
How long you been with your boyfriend?
A year.
Okay. Are y'all getting married?
Not anytime soon, no.
Right. Does he want to get married?
Eventually, yeah.
Does he want to get married to you?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's early. I don't know if I want to.
No, it's really not. A year is not really early. A year is not really early because the follow-up question I was going to ask you, since you already got a man, my perspective really shouldn't matter. It should be your man's perspective that matters.
Yeah, it does.
What does he think?
What does he think?
Where is he at? Where is he at?
He's at home.
Okay. So you're here, we're talking about relationship, and that's about what's good enough for modern women. And you're involved in a relationship with a guy, and you don't know whether or not you guys aren't trending towards marriage, but you want to be married one day.
Mm-hmm.
You do or you don't?
I do.
By what age would you like to be married?
In my 30s.
Like in your 30s could be 30 in one day 32. Or 39 and 32. 30, how old? 32?
Yeah, 32. So let's say 6 years from now.
Okay. And how many children would you like to have children?
1 or 2, yeah.
Which one? 1 or 2?
It depends on how like the first one goes. But 1 for sure. And then if like the first one goes well, then the second one would be good.
Okay. And one child I grew up as an only child. It sucks. Don't do that to a kid. But anywho, once you're married, do you want to have to put your kid in daycare or you want to work the entire time?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna work, so we're gonna have to do daycare. Yeah. Hopefully by the time I'm 32, I'm making significantly more than what I'm making right now.
But significantly more, okay. But again, you're prepared to be the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Okay. And what tends to happen to relationships where women tend to be the breadwinner? What does the dynamic tend to be like?
Oh, that's dependent on the personality of the women.
No, it really doesn't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you want me to answer. I think it depends.
Okay.
Like if the woman is making 55% and the man is making 45%, I could see a very like dynamic and like equal partnership relationship going on, even though she's like the primary breadwinner in terms of percentage.
Mm-hmm. So it's just equal. It's just an equal power distribution. We're just living in a utopian environment. You're pulling 2/3 of the financial load, but it's 50-50. Actually, you're still cooperative and submissive, just not saying yes sir or no sir. Right.
Yeah, I mean, like I have an opinion, but I want that
Okay.
person to be assertive as well. I
All
want them
right.
to tell me what they think, and I want us to get to a common ground where we both agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very masculine thing to want.
Some people like that.
Yeah,
Some guys like that.
they're called bitches. Bitches and beta males would be the kind of men that would put up with a domineering masculine woman.
So only bitches will go for a woman in equal partnership.
No. Masculine. I didn't say you're not equals. That's the thing. Men and women are not equals.
Equality, yeah, equity. I don't mean like exactly the same. I agree.
I said, well, no,
Women,
what I said is masculine.
okay.
You can be two sides of a coin, but a feminine versus masculine, you're in your masculine energy. You want to get on the same page and everything else. Normally, I would tell you to put your dick up, but your cat already ran away, so your pussy left.
Oh, my cat's here, actually.
Okay, well, put your pussy up.
I'm not sure. Like, so okay, so you're saying that I have a masculine energy, is what you're saying. So I have to tone down my masculine energy.
Oh, I'm not telling you you have to do anything. I'm just telling you have hella masculine energy.
Okay, I agree with that. So, what do you think I
And
should
masculine
what's your
energy
advice?
and masculine energy draws feminine men.
But my current partner isn't feminine at all, though. So I don't know.
Alrighty then. Well, you found the key to the nether zone. You found the masculine man that accepts a masculine woman. Does he out earn you?
No.
Alrighty then. Exhibit A. Ask yourselves a question, class. If she worked at Walmart, would she have nearly the same amount of masculine energy? Ladies. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm just telling you what I see. You can do what you want to do about it. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. All right. Of the last three of you guys, does anyone have a disagreement? If you have a disagreement or a conflict, raise your hand in the chat room. The reason this high value conversation took off the way it did is because I said it last year, and there were a lot of pushback, that it doesn't matter from GED to PhD.
I'm a PhD.
From coast to coast, socioeconomic status, looks, amount of children, weight, whatever. Women across the board for the last going on a year tend to want the same group of men. Can we finally admit that this is women, when given, I want a man who's making at least, this is what they say they want. All right, well, if this is what they say they want, these guys have options. And if these men have options, just like human nature, if you have options, you're going to exercise them. Okay? You're going to exercise them. You're going to do what you need to do. You're going to be able to facilitate what you want to get out of it. I don't make any judgment about what people say they want, what women say they want, or what men say they want. That's fine. If a woman wants a certain kind of man, a certain caliber of man, certain lifestyle, that's fine. I just ask the ultimate question. What do you want? And what are you willing to do to get it? I thank everybody that came to the show. Even the last caller, it was a bit contentious, but the thing is, if you want to be in your masculine energy, Masculine energy, strength draws challenge. Ladies, understand that. If you want to be strong, understand, expect to be challenged. That's it. I would say thanks to everybody to show up tonight. Tomorrow night on Insta, we got some more people. Tomorrow night on Instagram, we're going to be following up on this. And then on Wednesday, I still want to talk about the black tax. Wow, we missed so many teachers, but we got to get into this subject of why it seems to be that so many women don't seem to understand what things lower their actual value. In particular, kids. I got to figure out how we're going to talk about it because it's a sensitive subject, and I want to approach it with the respect and decency it deserves. But we got to have a conversation because there are far too many women who seem to be mistaken or not clear or not understanding that children do indeed lower your actual sexual marketplace value for the majority of men. There may be some guys out there who will say it doesn't, but I don't deal with the, tangential stuff. If you're looking to be a money world girl, do me a favor, send me an email, hit me up. This was a good video, good show. I like it when we do it like this, in and out, quick and painless. That's good stuff. But like I say, guys, good stuff. Until the next time, peace. We are gone.
This conversation right here is a perfect example of why Kevin Samuels' interviews became so controversial. It was never just about the question being asked, it was about the clash between confidence, expectations, and accountability. The first thing that stands out is that this caller is clearly intelligent and accomplished. She's 26, working in tech, making over 6 figures, and she has built a level of independence that many people would respect. But Kevin immediately challenges one specific idea, the belief that career success and income automatically translate into the same value in the dating market. And this is where the conversation gets heated. Kevin's argument is that men and women often prioritize different things when choosing a partner. Whether people agree with his approach or not, his point was that a person's professional accomplishments are not always viewed the same way in romantic relationships as they are in the workplace. The interesting part is that the caller isn't just asking a question, she's also trying to debate the answer. And Kevin notices that quickly. He repeatedly tells her to slow down because from his perspective, she's not allowing him to fully explain his point before responding. And honestly, communication is one of the biggest lessons from this entire exchange. You can be successful, educated, and confident, but if every disagreement becomes a competition, it can create problems in any relationship. A healthy conversation requires listening, processing, and being willing to consider information that challenges your current beliefs. Another major point Kevin brings up is the idea of expectations. She says she wants someone ambitious, someone driven, someone with goals, and there's nothing wrong with wanting ambition. But Kevin pushes the question further. If you're looking for a certain type of person, are you also considering what that person may be looking for? That's the uncomfortable part of dating conversations. Everyone has preferences, but preferences work both ways. It's not only about the qualities you want in someone else. It's also about understanding how you are perceived by the type of person you want. The discussion about being the higher earner also becomes interesting because it goes beyond money. It's about relationship dynamics, roles, and compatibility. Some couples are perfectly comfortable with a woman earning more. Some couples struggle with it. The key factor is whether both people genuinely respect each other and agree on how the relationship functions. But Kevin's biggest criticism seems to be about energy and communication. He argues that someone who constantly needs to prove they are right may have difficulty creating the type of partnership they say they want. And that's probably the biggest takeaway from this clip. Confidence is valuable. Ambition is valuable. Independence is valuable. But self-awareness is what determines whether those qualities help you or hurt you. Because sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't what you don't have, it's the things you don't realize you are bringing into the situation. This conversation was intense because both sides were defending their viewpoints. But underneath all the disagreement was a bigger question. Are we willing to honestly evaluate ourselves, or do we only want validation? And that's why clips like this continue to create debate years later. They force people to think about expectations, communication, and whether the person they want matches the person they are becoming.